Senator Jason Carter voted for Governor Nathan Deal's education funding 3 years in a row.
Governor Deal shorted our schools billions of dollars.
As a former teacher, I've traveled to every county in Georgia.
Governor Deal, we can't go any lower.
Now my focus on job creation's paying off.
Really? Then why is Georgia ranked 51st? Worst in the nation for unemployment.
It's always unclear about whether economic problems in a state can be really tied effectively to the governor of the state. You know, we came out of very, very hard economic times when, Georgia tax revenues were really, really down. And they had to cut a lot of programs in terms of what was going on. So Deal has some answers to what was happening in the state.
Georgians deserve to know that Nathan Deal has increased education funding.
I think that's an effective ad, and I think the reason they're running that ad is because they're not doing well enough with women in the state, especially white women. The name of the game here is really turnout of African Americans plus white women, share of the white female vote that goes, because I think white males will still vote Republican as they have in the past.
There are a lot of politicians who say they care about education in election years, and then they cut education every other year.
Here's the problem with Jason Carter, because he's talking about really giving a greater priority to education in Georgia than before. And he wants to take education off budget so it doesn't compete with the other programs. And he's talking about increasing spending for public education in Georgia by $1 billion. That's a lot of money. Where are you going to get $1 billion from? He's also saying that he's not raising taxes right now. Well, if you're not raising taxes to generate billion, it's got to come from existing programs. Okay, which programs are you going to cut? Because it's his obligation to present a program here if he wants to be governor, to present a program that makes sense when people look at it. And I don't think he's done that.
And Carter's big plans increase spending $12.5 billion, requiring higher taxes on small business and the middle class.
What Deal has done that is fairly effective is talking about, they're through these sets of images, they're saying he's not going to be able to pay for it, he's not going to be able to do this. What is he going to be? He's going to be a spending governor. And that has tended in the past to be pretty deadly in Georgia politics. Most incumbent governors are reelected. The problems that Nathan Deal has is a whole series of things that happened while he was performing as governor. He's actually running as a fairly weak incumbent governor. I think it's Deal's problems that have given an opportunity to Carter. It's not necessarily that Carter has a solution that's viable to replace Deal. I think that's the situation. A lot of questions among Democrats, independents, and also some Republicans about the performance in office of Deal as a governor. So all these efforts on the part of Deal is to make him positive. So lacking that, if he didn't have those ethics questions, I don't even think that this would be a viable campaign right now.